Welcome back, everyone, with your daily tropical update. We've actually got a lot to update you on this morning, and we'll start first with the big picture. This is the big basin-wide satellite imagery, visible satellite imagery, and you can see now Hurricane Franklin has developed back into to a hurricane for the first time, and we're going to expect this. We're going to talk about this a bit more in a second. A lot of you are probably tuning in for the developing system over the northwest Caribbean and southeastern Gulf of Mexico. You can see it here. The low-level circulation is starting to materialize. And if these trends continue, we may have to initiate advisories on this system later today. So it's really important that you tune in often, and you can do that at hurricanes.gov. Now, if we go to the cone graphic here, turn this on. You can see Hurricane Franklin off here is now 75 miles per hour, Category 1 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale, moving off to the north-northwest. You're going to see this overall trend to the movement to the north-northwest over the next couple of days, strengthening into a hurricane, potentially a major hurricane, as it passes roughly in between Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, and Bermuda. You can see the track is now well west of Bermuda, but we're really going to have to watch Bermuda to see if some of the peripheral impacts may influence you as it passes off to the west of Bermuda. Well east of the eastern seaboard of the United States, but, and we've seen this story before, a hurricane sort of moving off the coast here produces a lot of waves, and these waves will move back towards the coast and increase the chance of rip currents. So if we turn the rip current risk on here, so what we're looking at is, and this is for today, this is the rip current risk for today, Saturday, we're already seeing the risk of rip currents go up, and this system hasn't even made its closest point of approach or reached its peak intensity. The red here is showing high risk of rip currents, so down here in southeast Florida and up along Long Island. If you're going to the beach today and tomorrow, please be cognizant of this risk, and you can always get more information on the rip current reach from weather.gov/beach, weather.gov/beach. Now, let's shift over to the Gulf of Mexico, where many of you are tuning in because you're interested in the developing system. We showed you in the satellite image the center of circulation is starting to develop down here off the tip of the Yucatan Peninsula. Going to drift around down there for the next day or so as it takes shape, and then move off to the northeast, impacting Florida or the general vicinity of the southeast. These systems that haven't yet formed yet often have a high degree of unpredictability, so it's impossible to know. It is impossible to know exact impacts of the exact community this may impact over the next several days. So everyone's got, here in the southeast United States, has got to stay tuned. It is the weekend. I know you're busy with other activities, but it is imperative that if you're in the southeast here, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, that you stay tuned. Now, a lot of you say, why North Carolina? That's beyond that red blob there on your map. The reason being is regardless of whether this system develops or becomes a named system, it's going to pull all this tropical moisture northward into the southeastern United States. And look at the rainfall forecast over the next several days. Several areas of 4 to 6 inches of rain, including South Carolina and North Carolina. So you too have to stay tuned to this evolving system. Now, we'll be right back here tomorrow at the exact same time with the latest on both of these systems. And as always, you can get more timely updates at hurricanes.gov.